If you're over 60, there's a quiet decision you make every single night that could be slowly damaging your heart, your brain, and even your digestion. And most people never realize it. It's not about how many hours you sleep. It's not about your mattress, or even insomnia. It's the side you sleep on. One side helps your body repair itself, lowers stress on your organs, and supports memory as you age. The other side may quietly increase reflux, strain your heart, worsen breathing, and interfere with blood flow to the brain. Doctors rarely explain this clearly, and most people have been sleeping the wrong way for decades. Tonight, you'll finally understand which side supports healthy aging, and which one could be stealing years from your life without pain or warning. As we get older, our bodies don't tolerate stress the same way they once did. Organs that were flexible in our 30s and 40s become more sensitive in our 60s and beyond. Blood vessels stiffen slightly, digestion slows, and the heart has to work harder against gravity, pressure, and positioning. Sleep is when the body is supposed to recover from all of that. But sleep position determines whether recovery actually happens, or whether the body spends all night fighting against itself. For most of your life, you may have slept on whichever side felt comfortable. Left, right, or even switching during the night. But after 60, comfort alone is no longer a reliable guide. The internal layout of your organs starts to matter much more. Gravity starts to matter more, and the way blood, acid, and oxygen move through your body becomes heavily influenced by which side is facing down. Let S start with something many older adults struggle with, but do not always connect to sleep position, acid reflux, and nighttime heartburn. As we age, the muscle that keeps stomach acid from flowing upward becomes weaker. When you lie down, gravity is no longer helping keep acid where it belongs. Now here's where side sleeping becomes critical. When you sleep on your right side, the stomach sits slightly higher than the esophagus. This makes it easier for acid to travel upward during the night. Even if you don't feel burning pain, that acid can still irritate the throat, trigger coughing, disrupt sleep cycles, and increase inflammation over time. On the left side, the stomach sits lower than the esophagus. Gravity works in your favor. Acid is more likely to stay in the stomach, reducing reflux episodes and nighttime irritation. This is one reason gastroenterologists often recommend left-side sleeping for older adults, especially those with GERD, chronic cough, or unexplained throat discomfort. But digestion is only part of the story. Let's talk about the heart. Your heart is slightly positioned toward the left side of your chest. When you lie on your left side, gravity allows the heart to rest more naturally, without being compressed by surrounding organs. Blood return to the heart is more efficient, and for many people, this reduces nighttime palpitations and pressure sensations. When you sleep on your right side, the heart can experience subtle compression, especially in older adults with enlarged hearts, high blood pressure, or fluid retention. This doesn't usually cause sharp pain, which is why it goes unnoticed. Instead, it shows up as restless sleep, frequent waking, or feeling tired even after a full night in bed. Now let's move to something even more important as we age, the brain. During deep sleep, your brain activates a cleanup system that removes waste products linked to memory decline and neurodegenerative disease. This system works best when blood flow and cerebrospinal fluid can move freely. Research suggests that side sleeping, especially on the left side, may support more efficient brain waste clearance compared to other positions. Right-side sleeping, particularly when combined with shallow breathing or sleep apnea, may reduce oxygen delivery to certain areas of the brain. This matters because after 60, the brain becomes far more sensitive to oxygen drops, even small ones. You may not wake up gasping for air, but your brain still feels the effect. Over time, this can contribute to morning brain fog, poor focus, and memory issues that people often blame on just getting older. Breathing is another major factor. Many older adults develop partial airway collapse during sleep, even if they were never diagnosed with sleep apnea. Side sleeping is generally better than sleeping on the back, but which side matters? For many people, right-side sleeping can worsen airway alignment due to tongue and jaw positioning, especially if there is neck stiffness or shoulder rounding. Left-side sleeping often allows the airway to stay more open, improving oxygen flow throughout the night. And here's something most people never consider, the lymphatic system. This is your body's drainage and immune support network. Much of the body's lymph drains toward the left side. Sleeping on the left side may support more efficient lymphatic flow, helping the body clear toxins, reduce inflammation, and support immune health. All crucial after 60 when recovery slows down. At this point, you might be thinking, I've slept on my right side my whole life. If it were that bad, I'd know. And that's the dangerous part. The damage doesn't feel dramatic. It shows up quietly as fatigue, stiffness, reflux, shallow sleep, and gradual health decline that feels normal. Until you change the position and realize how much better your body can actually feel. But there's an important twist most people don't talk about. Left side sleeping isn't automatically perfect for everyone. Certain conditions, shoulder pain, spinal alignment issues, and even heart rhythm disorders can change what's ideal. That's why blindly forcing yourself onto one side without understanding your body can backfire. In the next part, we'll break down exactly who should absolutely avoid right-side sleeping after 60, who needs to be cautious even with left-side sleeping, and how to adjust pillows and body position so you get the benefits without pain or strain. Most people get this part wrong, and that's why they give up too soon. And that's a shame, because when side sleeping is adjusted correctly, it can become one of the most powerful drug-free tools for protecting your health after 60. Let's talk about who right-side sleeping is most likely to harm as we age. If you deal with frequent heartburn, a sour taste in your mouth at night, chronic throat clearing or coughing that seems worse when you lie down, right-side sleeping is often the hidden trigger. Even without obvious reflux pain, stomach acid can rise silently, irritating the airway and disturbing sleep architecture. Over months and years, this low-grade irritation increases inflammation and can even affect lung health. Right-side sleeping can also be problematic if you have high blood pressure, heart enlargement, or a history of heart rhythm issues. When the heart has to work against subtle compression and altered blood return night after night, it doesn't fail dramatically. Instead, it becomes less efficient. You wake up tired. Your legs may feel heavy in the morning. You may notice more nighttime urination. These are signs the heart and circulation aren't fully resting during sleep. Now let's talk about breathing. If you snore, wake up with a dry mouth, or feel unrefreshed even after 7 or 8 hours of sleep, your airway may be partially collapsing at night. For many older adults, right-side sleeping allows the tongue and soft tissues of the throat to fall backward more easily, especially if the neck tilts forward or the pillow is too high. This reduces oxygen delivery to the brain, heart, and muscles, leading to morning headaches, fogginess, and fatigue that no amount of coffee fixes. So does that mean everyone should sleep on the left side no matter what? Not exactly. Left side sleeping has powerful advantages, but only when the body is properly supported. One of the most common mistakes people over 60 make is forcing themselves onto the left side while using the same pillow setup they've had for decades. If the head tilts downward or the shoulder bears too much weight, it can strain the neck, compress nerves, and create shoulder or arm pain that wakes you up repeatedly. Poor sleep, even in the right position, is still poor sleep. If you have left shoulder arthritis, rotator cuff damage, or significant spinal curvature, sleeping directly on the left side without support can increase pain and muscle guarding. This leads to shallow sleep and frequent turning, which cancels out the benefits of side positioning. The solution isn't to abandon left side sleeping. It's to modify it. A properly adjusted pillow should keep your neck aligned with your spine, not angled upward or downward. For most people, this means a pillow that fills the space between the mattress and the side of your head without lifting it too high. Placing a small pillow or folded towel between the knees helps keep the hips aligned, reducing lower back strain and preventing twisting during the night. Another powerful adjustment is placing a thin pillow or rolled blanket behind your back. This prevents you from rolling onto your right side unconsciously during deep sleep, while still allowing a slight backward tilt that reduces pressure on the shoulder. Many people find this makes left side sleeping dramatically more comfortable and sustainable. Now let's talk about a condition that changes everything: atrial fibrillation and irregular heart rhythms. Some people with heart rhythm issues actually feel worse on the left side because they become more aware of their heartbeat. In these cases, strict left-side sleeping may increase anxiety and sleep disruption. For these individuals, A modified left-leaning position, not fully flat on the right side, but slightly supported toward the left, can provide digestive and circulatory benefits without triggering discomfort. This is why listening to your body matters just as much as following general advice. There's also the question of circulation to the legs. After 60, vein valves weaken and fluid can pool more easily. Side sleeping, especially on the left, can improve venous return and reduce nighttime leg swelling. However, crossing legs or allowing the top leg to drop forward can compress blood vessels. Keeping a pillow between the knees prevents this and supports healthy circulation. One of the most overlooked benefits of left-side sleeping is how it affects the gut-brain connection. The vagus nerve, which plays a major role in calming the nervous system, runs through the chest and abdomen. Certain sleep positions can stimulate this nerve more effectively, promoting relaxation, deeper sleep, and better digestion. Many people notice they fall asleep faster and wake up calmer when the body is positioned in a way that reduces internal strain. But here's where things get even more interesting. It's not just about left versus right. It's about what happens during the deepest phases of sleep, when your body stops compensating and reveals whether a position truly supports you. That's when subtle problems, oxygen drops, acid movement, circulation strain, either resolve or worsen. In the final part, we'll talk about how to transition safely if you've been a lifelong right-side sleeper, what changes you should expect in the first 2 weeks, and how to tell if your sleep position is genuinely improving your health or quietly making things worse. Most people quit after 3 nights because they misunderstand the adjustment phase. Misunderstand the adjustment phase. Misunderstand the adjustment phase. If you've slept on your right side for most of your life, your body has adapted to it. Muscles, joints, and even your internal organs have learned how to compensate. So when you change sides after 60, your body doesn't immediately feel relief. In fact, for the first few nights, it may feel worse. This is normal. And it's where most people give up right before the benefits begin. During the first 3 to 5 nights of left-side sleeping, you may notice mild shoulder soreness, unfamiliar pressure in the hip, or a strange awareness of your heartbeat or breathing. This doesn't mean the position is harmful. It means your nervous system is recalibrating. As long as pain is not sharp or worsening each night, this phase is usually temporary. By the end of the first week, many people start noticing subtle but meaningful changes. Nighttime heartburn becomes less frequent. You wake up fewer times to clear your throat or cough. Your sleep feels slightly deeper, even if the total hours haven't changed. Morning stiffness may begin to ease, and digestion often feels calmer during the day. By the second week, improvements often become more obvious. Energy levels stabilize, brain fog in the morning decreases. Some people notice fewer nighttime bathroom trips because circulation and fluid balance improve. These are signs that your body is finally able to rest instead of fighting gravity all night. But there's an important rule here. If pain, numbness, or tingling in the arm or shoulder worsens over time, something needs to be adjusted. This usually means the pillow is too high or too firm, or the shoulder is bearing too much weight. Adding a soft pillow to hug or slightly rolling the torso backward can relieve pressure while keeping the benefits of left-side positioning. It's also important to understand when right-side sleeping might actually be safer in the short term. If you're recovering from surgery, dealing with severe shoulder inflammation on the left, or experiencing anxiety triggered by heart awareness, forcing left-side sleep can backfire. In these cases, alternating sides while elevating the upper body slightly can reduce reflux and breathing issues until the body heals enough to tolerate a full transition. Another powerful but overlooked strategy is timing. You don't need to stay on the left side all night to get benefits. The first half of the night contains more deep, restorative sleep. Starting the night on your left side and allowing natural movement later can still support digestion, circulation, and brain cleanup during the most critical hours. And here is something many people find surprising. Sleeping better on the left side doesn't always feel dramatic. Often, the biggest sign is what disappears. Less discomfort, less restlessness, less morning heaviness. When the body isn't struggling, sleep becomes quietly efficient. Now let's bring everything together. After 60, the side you sleep on isn't just a habit. It's a health signal. Right-side sleeping can quietly worsen reflux, strain the heart, reduce oxygen flow, and interfere with the body's nighttime repair systems, especially if it's paired with poor pillow support. Left-side sleeping, when properly adjusted, supports digestion, circulation, brain health, breathing, and nervous system calm. But the goal isn't perfection, it's alignment. It's creating a sleep environment where gravity works with your body instead of against it. If you take one thing away from this, let it be this. Pay attention to how you feel in the morning, not just how quickly you fall asleep. Sleep that truly supports healthy aging leaves you clearer, calmer, and more stable throughout the day. And if you've never questioned your sleep position before, tonight might be the most important night to start. If you're over 60, sleep is no longer just rest. It's recovery, protection, and prevention. And the side you choose to sleep on each night quietly determines whether your body gets that chance to heal, or spends hours working against itself. For many people, right-side sleeping has been an invisible drain on digestion, heart efficiency, breathing, and brain clarity. It doesn't cause sudden alarms, it causes slow wear, the kind that feels like normal aging until you realize it doesn't have to be. Left-side sleeping, when done with proper support and alignment, gives your body a fighting advantage. It allows gravity to protect your stomach instead of harming it. It lets your heart and circulation rest more naturally. It supports oxygen flow to the brain and helps the nervous system shift into true repair mode. And over time, these small nightly advantages add up to clearer mornings, steadier energy, and better long-term health. You don't need to force perfection. You don't need expensive equipment or extreme changes. Start the night on your left side. Support your neck, hips, and shoulders. Listen to how your body responds over the next 2 weeks. The absence of discomfort is often the first sign you're doing it right. Because after 60, it's not about sleeping longer, it's about sleeping smarter. And sometimes, the quietest change you make tonight is the one that protects your health for years to come.